What's up, my delusional dreamers? It's Germ, back yet again with another video. I apologize for being gone for months because I don't even think I posted a video. I think the last video I posted was the beginning of the second semester, and now we're in the summertime, and I finished my first year of college. So, with that being said, I do apologize. So sorry, and y'all know my heart. It's just I have been going through a lot at school, and I have story times. Y'all, I got so much to tell y'all, but before we get into all that, I just kind of wanted to make this video about my decision to not go to school anymore. Anywho, before we get into all this, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and, subscribe. If you want more videos like this, where you see this beautiful face. Okay, so I guess if I could sum up the whole reason of me dropping out of college and not going back to Langston University in the fall, I would say it's because college really isn't for me. College life, the whole idea of obtaining a degree, and to be quite honest with you, personally, I feel like it's a scam. I don't care what nobody says. I feel like unless you really need a degree to get what you need, college is a scam. And even when you need a degree to get to where you want to get, it's still a scam. It's just a scam you're going to have to be a part of to get where you want to get. Me, I don't want to be a part of that scam. And when I say scam, I mean from all the money you put into it and how funding is and how underfunded we are and how we're actually like in debt, or debt we're indebted to, basically, by the government. But that don't have nothing to do with this. All I'm saying is it's a scam. I don't want to be a part of it. That's one reason. When it comes to academics or core academics like fundamental maths, English, reading, science, history, all that stuff, I did that 12, 14 years straight, all through high school. When I say 14, I don't mean failed a grade. I mean that I started off in Head Start, then pre-K, then kindergarten, then 1st through 12th grade, and graduated high school. So, and actually I graduated at 17. I really was I was an A+ student up until like middle schoolish, and then that's when I started to kind of get in trouble more. Because I just wasn't interested in the idea of school. Like, I never had an interest in school. I always kind of hated it, but I knew I had to get through it until I graduated 12th grade. Well, I did my first semester of college, and actually, towards the end of my first semester of college, I was really like, I didn't want to do it anymore. I had made a whole plan of how I wanted to leave college and go to a community college and just take a few classes online a semester, to where I was still working on my degree, but I was working at a much slower rate. And I could finish it at my pace, and I didn't have to live on campus on a college campus, especially on my college campus at Langston University. So that was the first semester. And to get more into detail about why I didn't want to be on college campus anymore is because, at least at mine, it was an HBCU, and it was a ghetto HBCU. The environment was very detrimental to my mental health. Multiple times I fell into depressions, which I already know I have problems with my mental health. I stopped taking my medicine a few times. Like, it got rough. So that, originally I started off in cheer. I ended up quitting cheer before the first semester even ended. And that's how I knew something was up, because I love cheer. I was in cheer my whole senior year, and I tried out before I went into my freshman year of college, and I made it in. So I knew it was something, I don't know how to explain it, but I was just unhappy there, if that makes sense. So I was too unhappy to stay in the things that really kept me happy, and the things that kept me happy were starting to not keep me happy anymore, like cheer. So I left that semester. I failed 2 classes. I passed 2 classes. And I told myself, okay, I'm going to come back next semester, and I'm going to push forward. I'm going to push through. I'm going to make straight A's. I'm gonna get a 3.5 GPA. I said all of this. I was like, I'm gonna do so good in school. And yeah. I came back, and at the first 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I was going to class. I was talking to my advisor. I was setting stuff up, setting up appointments. I was checking off my financial aid. I did all of this, took out student loans, everything. Because I'm like, I can do this. Then I would say a few weeks go by, and the same kind of mental headspace I was in last semester is what happened this semester because of the environment. The environment was just a part of the reason for me dropping out. So the second part of it would be the lack of my passion being there for what I'm getting a degree for. So originally I came into college with my major being psychology. I quickly realized psychology wasn't for me, but there was no other major that I was interested in either. And so I kept trying to figure out, like, why am I not interested in nothing? Like, why can't I find what I want to do? And for me personally, I have to be the type to see a future. Like, okay, I'll go all in. I'll go 100% determination or determined, do everything I need to do to reach a goal that I want to reach. But I have to see that goal. Well, college, I couldn't see that goal. In second semester, I came back. I started to fail very quickly. Got back into a depression. I was manic, and I just felt like nothing was going to pull me out that hole. I felt hopeless. That's when I had a conversation with my mom. And I was like, yeah, I feel like my mental health is getting worse being here. And she told me, she was like, do you really think that's the place for you? And I told her, I was like, no, I don't. Because I had actually came to this discovery last semester, like I said, and I actually had told her and my grandmother that I live with that I'm like, I can't do this no more, But they told me, stick with it, stay in there for another semester, push through, don't give up. So that's what I did. So that's kind of how I came to the discovery of like, okay, I really don't want to do this. This really isn't for me. I've tried it again, and I just don't see a future here. You get what I'm saying? I don't see a future in school. I don't see a future with a degree. I don't see none of that. So, because my thing is, even after I obtain that degree, what am I doing with it? At this young, tender age of 18, the world is my oyster, I feel. And I've always been delusional. I'm a little bit more delusional now than I used to be. Now that I'm an adult and I'm a little bit more freer, I have more freedom. I'm a little bit more delusional, I would say, than I was when I was a child. And all of those dreams that I had as a child, I feel like I could accomplish I can accomplish now, basically. I'm not held back anymore. And so that's why I say I'm dropping out to achieve my passions, my dreams, my goals, everything. I'm reaching for the stars and aiming for the moon now. And the world is my oyster, like I said. So y'all might be wondering, like, what are those dreams? What are those passions? What do you want to do? Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with my future career. Well, I want to do a lot, y'all. I want to do a lot. I want to be a traveling wig and makeup artist. Plan on starting cosmetology school this fall, and I just want to learn everything I can. I do want to specialize in lace fronts, wigs, and different things like that. But I also do want to learn so much about natural hair. I do want to do natural hair as well, and then makeup as well. So I'm really passionate about beauty. Like, I've always been passionate about beauty, but I think now I can actually see myself accomplishing it and see myself in that field. Now that like I said, I'm an adult now, and I have that, like I said, that delusional aspect. So that's why in the beginning of the video, I did call y'all delusional dreamers, because if y'all are anything like me, y'all are a delusional dreamer, and y'all reach for the stars and aim for the moon as well. So yeah, it's a happy feeling. It's a stressful feeling, like I'm stressed as hell, but it's a happy feeling because I know that I'm actually leaving an unhappy, depressful, I don't know if that's a word, but depressful, unhappy, kind of pointless environment for me to have been in, to put myself in an environment where I can flourish and I can see what I'm reaching for. I can get what I want and accomplish my goals and my dreams. So, yeah. And I felt like now was the time to pick the camera back up because I do want to document my journey onto accomplishing all of my goals and dreams and becoming who I want to become. So, yeah. If y'all are down to follow me on this ride and follow me on this journey, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know anything else y'all want to see from me. So that's it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.